Hey guys, Dutchbro here.
And Dick for short, and today we are playing the Legends of Aelryth. That's right, we're playing Legends of Aelryth. It's a Minecraft RP server. Means you make a character who lives in this medieval fantasy world with trolls and dwarves and elves, and you act as if you're them. So you see this guy here, his name is Bomeled Stoic Shield. He's a dwarf. His character's name is Bomelid. If you shift right click on him, you'll see his Minecraft name is Crusader Hendrik, but his character is Bomelid Stoic Shield. So he goes around and he is Bomelid Stoic Shield. He doesn't reference the server. He doesn't reference the fact that he is in a game. See, he's even trying to help the Dutchbro set a card. And see these things he's talking with? That's OOC brackets, little two parentheses. And he's RPing. Unless he uses those brackets, he's talking as a character, not as a player. It's pretty cool. So we're going to show you some stuff.
Yeah, we got some really cool stuff to show you guys. This map is huge and it's crazy and it's awesome. We got some cool stuff.
And so, first thing first, we are in the city of Novgorod. Let's fly
Novgorod.
up. We are in the city of Novgorod. This is the capital of the Novgorodian Empire. They are a pretty badass empire. Their army is the Legion. Fully stocked. Their queen is Lynn, and her royal guard is a religious order called the Disciples of the Phoenix. And they are the Disciples of the Phoenix, and they are foreigners, and they're cool. Over here, I'm gonna TP the Dutchbro to me. TP here, the Dutchbro. This is Celestine Castle, the castle of the royal family of Novgorod, also known as the Celestines. Lynn is the daughter of a former Archmage of Light. They are pretty badass people. They got a whole family. Alright, so next we're going to look at another piece of the Novgorodian Empire, just while we're looking at it.
Yeah.
And this is called Brom Port. And this is actually named after... This was a city... that none of these cities started out pre-built. These were all built up by players as the demand happened, and these cities are still being built. People are building up on these cities. Let me TP the Dutchbro here. This is Bromport. This was just a little village started by the disciples before they were the royal guard, and Bromport is actually named after someone's former character named Brom, and Brom was a dwarf.
Dwarfs.
And behind Bromport, you'll see his Castle Blackstone, which is home to Penelope Celestine, a adopted member of the Celestine royal family.
Ah.
Yeah, and they're all built as the players need them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, these castles are really awesome. The way they're all set up and everything. They just look extremely nice.
Yeah, and you guys should see the battles that take place at these castles. They are immense. They are awesome. I mean, you've ever looked at, you've ever built something in Minecraft, like a castle, and been like, oh my gosh, I could use these towers if someone invaded. Well, you actually use these towers against other players who are trying to invade. For instance, we're going to go to a city that didn't survive being invaded.
Yeah, some of the massive battles in this get crazy. You think armies against armies.
So we are in Maria, which used to be the capital of the Principality of Celiac. And Celiac did not survive.
Celiac.
Yep, Celiac was a desert nation, kind of like the Mandalorians, they fought and stuff, and this is where the Disciples of the Phoenix are originally from, if you remember me talking about them earlier. But this city fell, and then it became home to a race called the Jinn, and then the Jinn got invaded by the Haru, and they didn't survive. So now, I'm gonna TP the Dutchbro to me again.
I'm just grabbing some shots, but...
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's all good.
And this is the Academy. This is Phoenix Academy. If you notice, there's a lot of references to the Phoenix. He was a guy on the server called Balian. He was nicknamed the Phoenix. Him and some other players have had major impacts, and people remember that. It's like these people actually live in these worlds. These characters, you play as if they actually live in these worlds. So there's been some major characters: Balian, Lytheria, Ochela, Halvard, Brom, to name a few, and people name their children after them, their characters' children after them and whatnot. And yeah, so you can really make your mark on this world. Balian did. This academy is named after him. That order is named after him. Lytheria did. She has a religion founded around her because she was such a badass archmage.
Hell yeah.
So when you start out this game, you're like nothing. You're a commoner, but eventually you can work your way up to being like kings and generals and stuff just through hard work. It's pretty good. Yeah, you see Brom down there? Yeah, he was the czar of the dwarves. He started out as a foot soldier, and he just got assassinated. I'm sad we missed that, but the Dutchbro can't go invisible, so we
Yeah,
couldn't
it's too
watch.
bad.
TP. All right, we're going to go to somewhere else now.
Somewhere else land.
This is where I'm taking you guys now. Is the Elven Kingdom?
Except he didn't teleport me. I'm still back here.
Oh, here. We're gonna bring in the Crazy Coos to talk about this. He's another player of the server.
Still didn't teleport me.
Oh, I TP'd their dubstep beatbox. That's the wrong D.
Yeah. Alrighty.
TP here, the Dutchbro.
Ooh. Tree. Actually, that's a really big tree.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. That's the mother tree. That is the god of the elves. That's literally their god. They have two gods called the Mother Tree and the Elk, and they're pretty badass gods, and the elves are really badass.
Yeah.
And over here, yeah, I'm gonna TP. So what the Dutchbro is in right now, the city's broken up into 4 different sections. The 2 walls are each considered a section, and then there's 2 other sections. So the walls are called Venio Shield, another player, and then the first section is called Aeson's Heart, who is another character. And that's where the Dutchbro is right now, is Aeson's Heart. The Aeson's Heart is open to the world. People are allowed to come in here, except dwarves. Fuck dwarves. That's at least what the elves say. And then this inner wall, the one made out of leaves, is called Meldair's Embrace. Again, another player. And then beyond that is Seto's Love, and Seto, again, one more time, was another character. She was an actual player character, and she made a huge impact, so they named things after her.
Yeah.
And this guy might scream witchcraft at us because he's so into his character, but we are going to TP to the dwarves and look at him.
Yeah, the dwarves. Alright.
This guy's seriously into his character. That he sees people flying, he actually yells witchcraft in character because he RPs to everything, which is good. I respect that. So up here, you have the Temple of the Dwarves. This is to their god Kuda, who is the creator of the dwarves, the creator of the Undermen. And then you have their walls, and I'm gonna show you guys the dwarven cities. Oh, one sec. I am a GM on the server. I gotta do something really quick.
Always gotta do work. Yeah, one of the cool things about this server is there's not a lot of other servers like it as far as role-playing goes.
Oh. Yeah, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to figure out how to RP, RP is not, like, natural. It takes a bit to, it takes a bit to get into it, but when you get into it, it's really fun. And most white RP servers have this thing called a whitelist where you have to make an application. You have to prove that you know how to RP in order to play. We don't do that here because our idea is we'll teach you how to RP. We have a whole staff of people called server guides who will just teach you how to RP. I'm not an owner of this server or anything, by the way. I am staff, but I'm the head server guide. But it's like my job and the job of my team is to teach people how to RP. So if you want to come and try this out and you don't necessarily know how to RP, you don't necessarily know what you want to do with RP or how to do RP, and you want to figure this out, come on and join in, and we'll teach you how to do it, and we'll allow you to become a part of our community. We try to be really helpful and patient and nice, and don't ever be afraid to ask us stupid questions. So if you come in being like, oh my gosh, I don't want to ask this, I don't want to sound like an idiot, go ahead and ask it. Sound like an idiot. We won't think you're an idiot. I used to suck at RP. I had to learn it. We all have to learn it.
Yeah, one of the cool things about this server is the community, where everybody just kind of gets together daily and they hang out, they play Minecraft together, whereas other servers like Hunger Games and stuff, you get on there, you never even talk to anybody, other people. It's just mindless killing or just building, and there's no actual community involved in it, really. That's one of the cool things about this server and other servers like it.
Yeah, we have a great community. People know each other. People have each other on Skype. People are genuinely like friends, to be honest. Here, we got a really good community, so you can really connect and get to know people on this thing if you want to socialize. I met people from everywhere, from Chile to Ireland, on this server, and we talk quite a bit. And yeah, that's good. Um. Ooh, another thing I want to show you is, instead of antagonists like demons or evil mages like you might find on other servers, our antagonists are native races. The continent is called Cantor. The playable races didn't always exist in Cantor, and so Cantor had other races already living here, and these are the antags. So you can steal resources. So, for instance, if you go to war with the Haru, which is like, they're like these troll-like people that I just TP'd the Dutchbro to. If you go to war with the Haru, you might be like, oh, they're just NPCs and blah blah blah. You can never attrition them. No, we give these guys a limited amount of resources, a limited amount of siege equipment, so you can sneak into their place and like burn down their siege equipment or steal their resources. You just gotta get past their guards. GMs will RP as the guards. It's pretty badass, if I may say so myself. And we do change what playable races there are. For instance, Hobgoblins used to be a playable race. I was a Hobgoblin. I was the king of the Hobgoblins, actually, after a while. I worked my way up. And
Oh yeah.
they went extinct. I was a very bad king, and eventually everyone just died out. And Hobgoblins are no longer playable, but that's because that's what the player base wanted. Like, the player base was like, hey, we don't care to play Hobgoblins, and we showed it. They showed that through not playing Hobgoblins, and so we just RP'd it as the Hobgoblins went extinct. People kept killing the Hobgoblins, and no new ones were being born. There was never any females. Hobgoblins died out. And soon, we're releasing a race called the Jinn, which are like these dog-like desert dwellers, which were a native race of Cantor. And we're releasing them soon to be a playable race for the public. We're getting them ready as we speak. The Dwarves are in a state of going extinct right now, too. It's just, we add new playable races by allowing the natives to become playable and by having like these invaders land on the shore and stuff, and eventually they'll become playable. And if races can go extinct, so if you're like, I want to make a character who wants to kill every last dwarf off, and there's a few of those guys, you can actually go through and progressively start to kill the dwarves. The king of the elves right now is actually sneaking through the dwarf place. He's the guy who I said was going to call witchcraft. He's the king of the elves. He's going through the dwarf place right now and assassinating them one by one, trying to kill them off. And like, he can't physically kill off every dwarf by himself through assassination, but he can kill off like a good chunk of the dwarven army by like sneaking through and assassinating them. And we have rules about PKing, perma-killing your characters and stuff. And you come and join our server, you'll learn it all, and you'll eventually get to understand how it works. It's not, and to clarify, it's not like races go extinct every other day. We've had 4 starting races. Now there's 3 of those starting races left. Hobgoblins were the only ones to die out. Dwarves are in a perilous state, but I think they're going to pull through it. So yeah, and that's LOA in a nutshell. You guys got to see the server. We have dungeons all over the map. We have statues. We have religions. We have lores. We have extensive and helpful staff teams. Everyone always wants to help you, and if you ever have questions about like the lore or how to RP or any of the game mechanics, you can just ask and the staff will explain it.
Yeah. Alright. So I'll post up the video IP, or I mean the server IP in the description down below. Also, I'm using the Conquest texture pack, which is what the server uses, everyone on the server uses. So I'll post a link up to that too. And yeah, we'll probably do some more videos coming up soon, maybe some gameplay videos, and just show off the server a little bit more, and you guys should come check it out. It's really cool.
It's a fun server, great community, helpful staff. Come play with us.
Yes. But alas,
love you guys.
It's time for us to
end.
end.
As always, remember that time I nutted for the first time.
Yeah. Gotta love the Christmas special. Alrighty. Peace out, guys.
Love you.